Nvidia's earnings Q3 2020 shares has been released today on the 18th of November, and they have beat the top, bottom, and the revenue future forecast is higher than what's expected. So it's all good news. So stick with me on this video. I will break down my analysis from fundamentals to technicals to charting. So speak to you soon. Welcome back to Family Investment. My name is Alex Ko. And man, Nvidia really smashed it again for Q3 2020. Despite the fact that the earnings was beating, even the future forecast is beating, the stock share price has dropped from 537 to 520 as of the after hours today. So let's go to recap on what's happened. So the EPS of 2.57 expected, they beat it by 2.91. Revenue of 441 billion expectation, they beat it by 473. And guess what? The revenue year on year compared this quarter to the last year quarter was 57% up. And the next forecast for Q4, they are expecting to have a 4.8 billion sales. Remember, they have already achieved 4.73, but expect 4.8 billion. So if you look at the detail, the gaming sector, the 3080 RTX, if you're a gaming video game fanatic, the gaming stock sold by 37%. You know, some people like year on year. I prefer the quarter to quarter because I am witnessing a superior growth stock here. Revenue from Q2 was 3.86. It moved 22%. From Q2 to Q3, 22%. The income revenue from Q2, net income from Q2 to Q3, income from 622 to 1.33. It's 100% net income profit. And now let's work the valuation of Nvidia with the new data we've received from this earnings. So first, I want to work out the growth. So to work out the growth, I looked at 2019, which the revenue is 11.71 billion. And then with the 2020 revenue, I've added, Q1, Q2, Q3, and also the forecast for Q4. It came up to 16.46 billion. And when you do the tally up, it's a 40% growth rate for 2020. Spectacular. And now let's work the EPS. So the EPS of, again, Q1, Q2, Q3, and forecast Q4 is 9.81. And if you put a 40% growth against the future earnings with the Graham's intrinsic calculator, it's coming out a staggering and impressive 1,273.30. It's almost $1,000 share. It's like almost 3 times where you are just now. But then again, that's 40% growth. Because of COVID-19, less likely we'll repeat the same 40% growth for Nvidia. So I think I'll take a step back and let's be a bit more realistic, because let's take a notch down. So if you take a notch down at 30% growth instead, the same EPS, you will be getting $985.60. But let's take a notch down. Let's take it down to 20% growth. Because after all, they've developed what they need to develop. The cycle is over. That's 20% growth. Everything's slowing down. Data centers expanding. Okay, let's take worst case scenario. Worst case. 20% EPS 9.81. What would you get? 697.80. That's my realistic figure. My target for 2021 in future is 697.80. Meaning 20% growth for Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 in 2021. So that's my forecast of ending 2021. I'm expecting Nvidia to burst close to $700 per share. Alright, now let's go to the technical analysis to work out the buy triggers. Me using the Fibonacci retracement tool. So the first buy trigger is 520. The futures already showed that it's dropped 520. So if anybody wants to buy Nvidia, think that Nvidia is really bullish. For me, I really feel it's bullish. You can buy Nvidia at first trigger at 520. For me, if Nvidia still keeps dropping for some silly, bizarre reason, I don't understand what reason could push it down, it will go at 496. That will be my second buy trigger. I will buy another lot at 496. Or I can wait for the third trigger, which is about 473. So these are my 3 levels. But be careful. Remember I said that there's so much upside. So what is the next 2 ceiling support? So the next ceiling, if it does go up on momentum, or Morgan Stanley changed their weighting analysis ratings, we're looking about 549. So we're looking at 549 for the next ceiling up. And if they beat that ceiling, if they sustain, they can hold that support there really, really well, we'll be looking at 600. So that ceiling is a really hard ceiling to go beyond. So if they can beat, they can go 600. And then until the end of the year, until quarter next year, I think we should see around about 600 mark. Before I go, so why is it dropping? I mean, why are people selling off? Why is Nvidia dropping? So the only risk to Nvidia that you have to think of, besides the ARM failing, is Nvidia is still a COVID-19 catalyst stock. So because it's been boosted by work from home, it's been boosted by stay-at-home stocks. So any vaccine news will be negative for Nvidia. But you and me as an investor, we are here, you're watching me, and you agree with me that Nvidia is a long-term bullish company. A company is selling about 400 billion. There's chance, a really good likelihood in the next 5, 7, 10 years for it to hit the $1 trillion company. So now I want to give my final thoughts on why I'm bullish. I'm going to give you 5 key points on why I am so bullish about Nvidia. So the first one, my first point is Nvidia is still into gaming. Gaming next generation console is just cycle run through. The PlayStation is just changed over. The computer gaming is just changed over. The Xbox Series is just changed over. Year 2021 is a gaming evolution, and that's what will boost. Number 2, Nvidia data center, cloud computing, work from home will be the norm from now on. There'll be more data center being built, and what else to go besides Nvidia and also the rival AMD. So that's my second reason why I'm so bullish about Nvidia. Third reason is infotainment in the car and autonomous vehicles. Nvidia will play a huge role in the near future. That might be the third string to the fiddle to push them even more. Fourth reason why I'm so bullish about Nvidia is the ARM takeover. ARM takeover will take about at least a year to 18 months. And once that comes in, it will be the fourth string in the fiddle to just strum that nice chord. And finally, AI and supercomputer is where we'll see beyond 2025 to 2030. So much more changes, design will come through. But with all this influx of money coming in, it's just going to help Nvidia boost the development, their research even further. So this is me. Please leave a comment below if you agree or disagree with me. I'm bullish about Nvidia. I've got my buy trigger, which I'm going to be complying to. Buy, own, volume, get it growing. If I miss this boat, I'm going to regret it. If they do dip on Nvidia, if they go break the third level trigger, I'm going to buy some more because it's so much good turn. Great CEO. Jensen Huang has done a great job. I doubt Jensen Huang will be watching this, but if you ever watch this, thank you very much, Jensen Huang. I'm just witnessing a technological evolution here, and I'm glad to be part of this generation. Alright guys, thank you, and hope to see you in the next video.
Alright, before I say goodbye, please do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and if you want, support me on Patreon as well, so I can produce content like this every single day for you guys, to give you guys value. So please do share this video to help us grow our YouTube channel, yeah? Yeah. Alright guys, 3, 2, 1, bye bye!